Hello everyone and welcome back to Clues by Sim. It's Sunday and we have a hard one today, but I heard it is a hard one. So let's see how this goes. If you don't know what Clues by Sim is, it's a daily puzzle game. I encourage you to try. There is a link in the description, and the way it works is you have 20 people, each of them may be a criminal or an innocent, and you gotta figure out who they are using the clues that they themselves give you. And I'm here every day doing this. You're welcome to go along with me. Or if you need any help because you're stuck somewhere, then I'm gonna try to explain my logic. So let's start right away. We go. Lucy first telling us that Tyler is one of 11 criminals on the edges. Well, that's a lot of people who are criminals on the edges. Where's Tyler? Here. Tyler now tells us that each row has at least 3 criminals. So we know that row 3 has to have 3 criminals. Lucy is a single innocent. In that row, that's a lot of criminals per row. Wow. Now we have Kuma and Noah telling us things. Kuma tells us that Eli and Olivia have an equal number of innocent neighbors. That could be 2. Olivia could have 2 innocent neighbors since she has 2 rows with neighbors that aren't assigned a row yet. What does Noah tell us? Where's Eli? Eli has 3 people neighboring him, but it couldn't be that he has 3 innocent neighbors, because if he had 3 innocent neighbors, Henry and Ivan will both be innocent, and that will make it so that row 2 doesn't have 3 criminal people. So Eli can have at most 2 innocent neighbors, which works with what I said about Olivia, so let's leave that there. Noah now tells us that Uma is one of 3 criminals in column A. So column, Uma is a criminal. So Olivia now may have only, she still might have 2 innocents. Let's see. Uma doesn't tell us anything, but we know that there's 1 more criminal in column A and 2 innocents. So what else do we know? That's hard. We know about criminals on the edges, right? So 2 of them are in row A. How many people do we have on the edges now that aren't assigned a row? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And how many criminals do we have on the edges already? 1, 2, 3, 4. Because that's 14 people on the edges. So we have 4 criminals, which means that we need 7 more to make 11. And we know about 1 of them only here. Of the 10 people that we have on the edge, not assigned a row yet, we need 7, right? So 3 of them are innocents. 2 of them are here, which means that there's only 1 innocent elsewhere. So let's say, let's use the lower ones. Let's say Olivia and Flora are both innocents. It doesn't really matter who is an innocent, but it matters that Eli can only have 1 innocent neighbor on the edge, if he even has an innocent neighbor. And if that innocent neighbor is on the edge, then Vicky wouldn't be able to be an innocent, because that would be 1 more person on the edge than we should have. So we can't have Vicky be an innocent unless Henry is an innocent. And then Rose is a criminal, and these 2 are criminals. So that works. Because the clue says that they have an equal number of innocent neighbors, so this works. But if any of these guys is an innocent, Rose would have to be an innocent. And Vicky a criminal. So both scenarios work, actually. There's nothing telling us who is an innocent here. But the thing is, if Olivia is an innocent, then nobody here is going to be an innocent. Because row 4 has to have 3 criminals, at least. So if Olivia is an innocent, Rose couldn't be an innocent, Vicky would have to be. Can Olivia be a criminal and both Alex and Flora be innocents? It could. But if both Alex and Flora are innocents... Oh, this is so hard. Am I looking at the right thing? I'm unsure. But it is what it is. It has to be what it has to be. If Olivia is a criminal, that doesn't work, I don't think. Or does it? Could both Rose and Vicky be criminals? Yeah. Because Eli would have no innocent neighbors. If it wouldn't work if any of these people are innocents anyway, because then Eli would have to have a second innocent in one of the rows that neighbor him, and that will break, because that will make any of the rows have more innocents than they should, and less criminals than they should. So if Olivia is a criminal, neither of their neighbors could be innocents. And if Olivia is an innocent, could Vicky still be an innocent? Because if Olivia is an innocent, Rose couldn't be an innocent. But we just established that Vicky couldn't be an innocent because that would make it so that Eli has to have one more innocent on the edge. Or Henry. And Henry, unless Flora is a criminal and Alex an innocent, yeah, that works. That works. But in any case, Rose is always a criminal. Is that what we found out? Because Rose couldn't be an innocent even if Olivia is a criminal. Because if Olivia is a criminal, then these two are innocents, and that breaks Eli's neighbors. So Rose is always a criminal. Did that make sense, please? Tell me it did. Rose now tells us flavor text. What would a nice detective do without all your help? Who's the detective? What? What did we find out now? That Vicky couldn't be an innocent, right? No, we actually don't know. I just said that Vicky could be an innocent if Henry is an innocent. And if Olivia is an innocent. Because then Flora could be a criminal and Alex an innocent. That would work. But what if Vicky is a criminal? That works as well. Then Eli wouldn't have any. It doesn't matter what Olivia is for Vicky. Unless Olivia is a criminal. So I guess now we figure out that Olivia couldn't be a criminal. Or if Olivia is a criminal, then Vicky has to be a criminal as well. That's true. So what should we be looking at? Do we know about Eli? Can Eli never be an innocent? I'm just throwing this out there. If Eli is an innocent and Alex is a criminal, that will make both Laura and Olivia innocents. And that will have to make Donald and Ivan innocents. Innocents, not innocents, criminals. And now we have our 3 innocents on the edges. So that will make it so that Vicky couldn't be an innocent. And that will make Henry a criminal. All that is fine. So Eli could be an innocent. So what am I trying to prove here? Let me try again, making Olivia an innocent. Making Olivia a criminal. And these 2 innocents. That works fine. Because Vicky could be an innocent. Vicky could be a criminal. And then all of these guys will be criminals as well. So I don't think this is what I have to be looking at. I think I have to be looking at Vicky. Because the only way for Vicky to be an innocent is for Henry to be an innocent. So I guess we know there's no way for both Donald and Ivan, for either Donald and Ivan to be innocents. Because if any of them are innocents, then Vicky would have to be innocent, and then that will make it so there's 4 innocents on the edges. And that can't happen. We need 3 only. So both Donald and Ivan are criminal. Yeah. Now Ivan tells us there's an odd number of criminals neighboring Janet. Where's Janet? Here. Criminals. So far Janet has 2 criminals neighboring her. If both Laura and Olivia are innocents, Gus would have to be a criminal to make it an odd number. If any of them are a criminal and the other one an innocent, Gus would have to be an innocent as well. To make an odd number of criminals. What does that say about Alex? Or does it say something about Gus? It does, because we couldn't have both Laura and Gus be innocents. That will break row 2, having 3 criminals. So these guys are one or the other. Gus and Flora. And Olivia is for sure an innocent. So that there's 3 criminals neighboring Janet. And we couldn't have all of them be criminals, because that would put 4 criminals in column A. And column A only has 3 criminals. So there has to be an innocent here. So Olivia is always an innocent. And now we know that Sue is a criminal because every row has at least 3 criminals. And now Sue tells us that only one person in column B has exactly 5 criminal neighbors. Would that be Kumar? Kumar has 3 criminal neighbors already, and they're gonna have one more here, so that's 4. Could Henry be the 5th one? Henry has to be the 5th one, because if there's one innocent here, there couldn't be a second one in row 2. Otherwise, row 2 wouldn't have 3 criminals, so Henry is a criminal as well. Which means that Kumar has 5 criminal neighbors, which means that Gus couldn't have 5 criminal neighbors. And Gus has 4 so far. But we don't know about these 3 people. Rose has 4 as well, so 1, 2, 3, 4. That means that both Vicky and Xavier have to be criminals, because if only one of them was a criminal, that will make 5 criminal neighbors. And if both of them are innocents, then row 5 wouldn't have 3 criminals. So both Vicky and Xavier are criminals. No new clues. Flora and Alex are one or the other. Which means that Gus is gonna have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 criminal neighbors here. So that makes Celia a 6th criminal neighbor, because if Celia were to be an innocent, then Gus would have only 5 criminal neighbors, which is what Kumar has in column B. Where's that clue? Where's that clue? Someone told us about column B. Yeah, only one person in column B has exactly 5 criminal neighbors, and that's Kumar. So Gus couldn't be that, which means that Celia is a criminal as well. Now Celia tells us there's an odd number of innocents neighboring her. And one innocent is going to be either Alex or Flora, which means that Gus couldn't be the 2nd innocent, because that will make an even number. So Gus is for sure a criminal, which makes Flora an innocent, which makes Alex a criminal. Nice, we don't need Celia's clue anymore. Flora now tells us that exactly one innocent in column B is neighboring Donald. Donald? Oh, here. Well, the only person who could be an innocent neighboring Donald and is also in column D is Eli. So Eli is an innocent. And what else? That's our 3 innocents on the edges. So Zoe has to be a criminal. We are done. How long was that? 18 minutes. Yeah, that took a lot of thinking. I did like that a lot. I'm liking these latest ones. They do need you to keep a lot of clues in mind and put them all together. I'm enjoying this a lot. And I want to get back to the puzzle pack. We're gonna do that tomorrow with the easy one. So yeah, I hope you enjoyed this. Let me know how it went for you if you did it. And I'll be back again tomorrow with more clues by Sam. Have a nice start of your week. Bye bye.